change of speed pitch. It dances all over the place. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and he fouls this one off. The 0-2 once more is taken. That's ball one. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Matty, you focus on this lineup. The middle of the order jumps out at you because of the big power. But my focus today is on the table setters, the guys that set the tone. They have to be willing to work the count and find ways to get on base and create a little bit of havoc on the defense.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. He ties him up with a fastball inside. 1-2. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Batting fourth, the catcher, number 40.
Striding into the box, Wilson Contreras. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball one. Baez over at second. Schwarber at first. One gone. Contreras in front. 2 balls and no strikes. In the dirt. Goes to third with it. And it's too late as he's in there. So now 2 men in scoring position. The 3-0 pitch, and he looks at one that misses. Ball 4, so that'll load him up, but at least the double play is in order here with one away.
Batting fifth,
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. His lifetime batting line against Chase Anderson. He's got 1 hit in 20 at-bats. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Well, he had big aspirations behind that swing. Pretty obvious he was trying to put 4 runs on the board in a hurry.
Bases are loaded here. One man out. And now we'll step off the rubber here and just look him back to third. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. The second for 1, but wisely no thought of a return throw, and the inning will continue. Digging in, Ben Zobrist, and a great chance here for the Cubbies to add on in just the first inning. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. Yelich going back to the track, to the wall. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. Here's Jason Hayward now.
The right fielder.
As the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1.
As a manager, when you see a guy struggling like this in the first inning, your mind starts racing, trying to figure out about how long you're going to go with this guy and how many guys you might end up having to use out of your bullpen just to get through this thing. Not a good spot to be in. Boy, talk about a rough start to an inning, a 3-run bomb and then a base hit. This could get real ugly, Hero.
Yeah, you can tell, Dan. He's going to have to execute a little bit better than that. They were sitting in that hitters meeting and they were ready. They're keeping their front shoulders in, looking for something up, out, over, and they are not missing it.
But right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. But 4 runs scored. Here now is the center fielder Lorenzo Cain to get us started in the bottom half of the first. Now the first pitch here from Lester. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging. Strike. A 1-1 count to the Brewers leadoff man. And he'll Step off and try and reset. The 1-1 home. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. And with a big pitch here, he'll step off and rethink things. Now Lester deals the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. There to take it is Zobrist, and that's out number 1. Time now for a look at the hometown Brewers starting lineup. What's the key for a home victory tonight, D-Row?
Hey, Matt, the first thing I notice when I walk into Miller Park is those gaps are super tight. You got to get greedy in a ballpark like this. There's a lot of damage to be had. This park plays really, really tiny at times. So look for this offense to try and drive the ball. You think there's any justice in the game, watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
1-0. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. And it's fouled away. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
So it's a runner at first with two gone. And that brings up the left-handed hitter, Travis Shaw. Fouled off. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul. So a missed opportunity there. Pitch outside. The throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike three called, and a great pitch there to retire the. In now, John Lester. They'll get us started in the top of the second.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too. I think he just subscribed to the swing hard in case you hit it philosophy of hitting. As a pitcher, why not? Better than standing up there like you've never held a bat before.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And that indeed is a pitcher up there, as he's not even close at that one and becomes out number one. Here's Javier Baez.
Number 9, shortstop, Javier Baez.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled away. A windup and the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
And he fouls this one off. Hit sharply toward the right side. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Now that's
so a runner on first with one out now. And into bat next, former National League MVP Chris Bryant. Oh, and just a miserable effort there. It's 0-1.
Man, I really like the way this lineup is making this guy work today. You're going to see the bullpen getting going here soon.
But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Baez stands at first with one out. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Kane going back. Gone!
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Corbin Burns enters from the pen in just the second inning, so they'll hope to get some length out of him and have him stay out there for a while. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. 1-1 to Schwarber. Hard hit towards center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
the catcher, number 40, Wilson Contreras.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And stepping up to hit next, the catcher, Wilson Contreras. Popped straight up. Burns is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Here's Ryan Braun now. He starts the inning, and Dan, they're down 6 in the early going. So what do they need to do to claw back into this thing?
Well, first of all, Matt, I think they need to start to get some base runners. It's hard to be patient when you're down by 6, but base runners are the key to getting back into this one.
He's lucky it's only a single back up the middle and not a double in the gap or a home run. Pitches like that in a show get absolutely hammered.
Here's the first pitch to him. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Moustakas or just Moose for short. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys. Hey, guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on it.
Committed to that one a bit too soon as it locks him up for strike one. His past history against John Lester, he's only 2 for 10. Popped him up. Rizzo has room in foul territory. He's got it one away.
Batting it.
Stepping in, Orlando Arcia. He'll get to take his first cuts here. He's set. Here it comes. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this will be a foul ball. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Pitch is way outside, and that's straight to the backstop. So now 2 men in scoring position. The 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside and a full count, 3-2. And he'll step off here and make sure he doesn't have any ideas over there at third. Braun on third. Moustakas at second with 1 away. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Giving chase is Almora. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third, as this should get him on the board. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit.
Batting ninth. No pitcher.
Stepping into the box, Corbin Burns, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat, 1-0. Runner breaks for third, trying to bunt his way on, but this has popped up. And he'll be thrown out at first, so that didn't go quite according to plan, and with it, the inning. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the third. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Cubs lineup with manager Joe Maddon. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Looking at the numbers, they currently have 4 hits coming from at-bats where they were behind in the count. That indicates that these guys are absolutely battling at the plate and making it very difficult for the opposition to get them out.
Thank you, Heidi. And it's fouled away.
That fastball must have a little late life on it, because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Pops this one up. Shaw on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first down. Here's Ben Zobrist now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High fly ball out to straightaway center. After it is Kane. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting.
So striding in, Jason Hayward. He singled his last time up. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The 0-2 once more. Is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
Love the execution of that changeup, but hats off to the guy at the plate right now. That's a great take in this situation. Maybe.
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Cubs are in now is Lorenzo Cain. A matchup with John Lester now to lead off the inning.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no doubt home run.
Yeah, I can remember when leadoff hitters were these little speedy guys who would try to leg out little numbers or draw walks. Well, that time has passed, and guys like this, with pop at the plate, can sometimes go deep as well as anybody in the lineup.
The 1-0. Misses. Ball 2. Good downward movement fooled him there. 2-1.
That's evidence of a pitcher and catcher being totally in sync out there. That tells me they both know that's a good pitch for him right now.
Almora is right there. 1 down.
Now batting.
Well, this one was
The
squared
first
up pretty
baseman.
good, but just like
8-2.
pitchers give up hits on
Oh,
well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouled off. The next 0-2 is looked at for ball 1. Struck him out. Next for Milwaukee, Travis Shaw. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but
well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Stepping into the box, Albert Almora. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Albert.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. The 0-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Final line there for the Brewers starting pitcher. Not the night he or his club were hoping for.
One of the tough things to do when you're trying to have a good pitching performance is keep the ball in the ballpark. He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
Fouled away. 0-2 count, and the pitch. And he's bunting here with 2 strikes, but he misses, and that's a rather weak out number 2. Coming to the plate now, Javier Baez. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. 6 runs, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
And he fouls this one off. The next 0-2. Hit the other way out toward right field. Yelich is under it. And that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Leading off the inning, Ryan Braun. And they'll need him to get something going here.
Ryan Braun.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he takes ball 1.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
The 2-0. Turned it loose on 2-0, but he popped it up over to the right side of the infield. And there's your first out of the inning.
Now batting, second
Ready
baseman.
now, Mike Moustakas. A base hit in his first trip. Now the pitch. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. And it's fouled away.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. And that misses ball one.
Really high curveball right there. Struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
And that's high and away, and the count goes to 2-0. Grandal is widely considered one of the elite backstops in the game, of course. His skills behind the plate are well documented, and in a position like catcher, that makes a big difference for his team every night he straps it on.
And for obvious reasons. And he allows the pitching staff to throw any pitch, any count, knowing they can bounce that breaking ball and feel like it's coming right back to him. This guy, he is really one of the special defenders in our sport.
Number 32.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Maddon. And I believe that's going to be all for John Lester. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And here's Chris Bryant now. First offering on its way. Skied into straightaway right. After it is Yelich. But he won't get to it, and this should put a man in scoring position to start the inning. And the Cubs could be onto something here. It's a leadoff double. And he is out at third, and that's a big mistake there leading off the inning.
To me, that was just way too big of a risk. If you're leading off an inning and you've already got two bases easily, pull up and pat yourself on the back. You're already into scoring position, but now they've got nothing to show for the leadoff extra base hit.
Eric Thames is into the game as a defensive replacement now as he takes over in right.
Now playing right field. Number 7.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fouled off. And it's belted high and deep into right center. Kane going back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The catcher, number 40.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Wilson Contreras. He was retired after popping out in his last at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes to count. A strike to Contreras, and it's 1-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Gotta love a reliever that comes in firing bullets, and his fastball is a good one.
Fouled away. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball. 6 runs, 7 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Hang on. Got time.
The next 3-2. Pulls this one in the air out to left. On the move is Braun. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And this one bounds around against the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
That's the difference in today's games. Pitchers will throw any pitch in any count, but the batter was able to deliver on a 3-2 breaking ball.
Breaks his bat as this one's popped up, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with Craig Counsell, the Brewers skipper, about his lineup's performance so far. And he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only 1 of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
All right, thanks, Heidi. So now the Brewers pitcher, Corbin Burns, comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And that swung on and missed for strike 1. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Here it comes on 1-1. And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
Digging in and looking for more, Lorenzo Cain, who went deep last time up.
And in that last at bat, it makes you think this guy might have went up there looking for the breaking ball, because he certainly got a breaking ball, and he didn't miss it. Hit it right on the screws.
2-0 to the Brewers center fielder.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Eric Thames would be next. And a changeup couldn't get him to bite, and it's ball 4. Stepping in, Eric Thames. First at bat of the game for him here in the 5th, as he was a late entrant into this one. And he lays off there 1-0. Cain, the runner at first with 2 gone. Runners off for second. Pitch inside the throw. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Now the 2-0 is a slider looked at and called a strike.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A called strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
3-1 to him now. The 3-2 pitch. And this pitch misses here as well. Back-to-back walks now, but at least that'll put the force back in order here.
Now batting.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning. Now batting, Ben Zobrist comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Lifted the other way to left center. Braun giving chase. But he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. And they will tag him out between first and second.
Now
Striding in once again, Jason Hayward. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. And now it looks like they want some time to review that one here, so they'll check with their replay guys. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed. And now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. In under the hands with a fastball. It's 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. Almora with an even count, 2-2.
Pretty standard curve in the dirt, looking for a strikeout there, but that was a good job of wrecking.
And solid contact there as this ball is belted high in the air out to left. Meanwhile now this ball's trouble as it looks like it'll be good for extra bases. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Left fielder really never had a chance at that one at all. It was over his head before he knew it, bouncing off the base of the wall for an easy double. Those are the kind of shots anyone would feel good about.
Now batting.
Tries to catch him napping, but he missed the bunt attempt. Strike 1. And he fouls this one off. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. Cubs strand. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. And to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see.
This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Almora. He's got it one away.
Now batting.
Into the box, Ryan Braun. Lifetime against Brian Dunsink. Not great. He's 1 for 8. This one's outside. Quite a bit off the plate that time. Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. Schwarber will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
Second baseman.
Into the box now, Mike Moustakas. He went down on strikes last time up. First pitch on its way. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch. 3. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Javier Baez. He flew out in his last at-bat, and it's fouled away.
I would say the pitcher would tell us up here that that wasn't great execution, but he definitely had him off balance. That is a pitch in his arsenal that he can go to.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Ooh, tough to lay off there, but it's called a ball. 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Javier Baez becomes the first out of the inning. And a pitch swung on and bounced to Arcia at short. Throw gets him, 2 down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kyle Schwarber. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. A ball and no strikes. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike.
Pretty good slider out of him right there. That pitch is definitely a big reason why he's pitching so effectively right now.
On the move is Braun. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Now at the plate, Yasmani Grandal. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Up next for Milwaukee.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Giving chase is Almora. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Corbin Burns. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And he popped him up. Baez is there. And the inning is over. Now the Cubs' 4-hole hitter, Wilson Contreras. He's 1 for 2 in this one.
Number 40.
And here's a ball in the air now, carrying a bit out toward right center. Thames has it, and it's a quick out, number 1. So one gone here in the Chicago 8th, and into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. But that'll be off the right field wall. Now that had to feel good because it was one of those that you don't even feel the ball hit your bat. Show track tells us he blasted it out there at 115 miles an hour. So yeah, he squared it up about as good as you can. Ben Zobrist will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate, and that'll be a base hit for Zobrist. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what. Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Albert Almora.
Ground ball to second. This could be two. A bare hand for one. Relay to Aguilar. The double play, and that retires. Now to the plate, Lorenzo Cain. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. Tyler Chatwood is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
Number 21. Tyler.
Had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now. Takes this the other way to right, but this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
The right fielder, number 7.
Into the box now, Eric Thames reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck.
All right, that's when you got to tell yourself to slow down a little bit right there. Out in front on a fastball, hit it hard but pulled it foul.
The 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike two. One out, nobody on. Still a ball and 2 strikes. The next 1-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Almora. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. So striding forward now, Jesus Aguilar. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch. Ian Happ will try to get his club a little ninth inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here.
Ian
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Thames has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Ready once again, Javier Baez. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Baez will head for second. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this. A no-doubt double the second it left his bat. Like you said, the only question was whether the outfielders were going to be able to keep him at second, which they did.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Hader, a 6'3" left-hander. He was selected in the 19th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball. That's a big accomplishment.
Oh, and an ugly swing there. It's 0-1.
Hey, he's going to have to set his sights a little bit more over the heart of the plate. I can't have one of my best left-handed power hitters reaching and taking an ugly swing like that.
And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some. Pedro Strop takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Leading off
At the
for the
plate,
Brewers,
Travis Shaw. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike 1. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Taken in by Zobrist. And there's 1 away. Now at the plate, Ryan Braun. His career line against Pedro Strop. He's just 1 for 13. 1-0 the count. Skied into straightaway right. Hayward has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
So digging in now, Mike Moustakas. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. Chicago put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. Brian Dunsing gets the W on the mound. Chase Anderson struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks.
just days before the 40-round MLB draft. Before taking his swings, this prospect shares a word with another prospect who just finished up. Sometimes, it only takes a simple word or two to establish trust in others, which helps during evaluations. Done for the day and heading back to the locker room, this player is met by one of the scouts in attendance, who reminds him that he's still got one more chance to make an impression on the big league.